welcome to day 17 of the category mistake. I am your host, Richard Mariello, and it is another episode of Living with Anxiety. Now, I live with a lot of anxiety, more than I ever thought I did until doctors said, "Oh my God, you have so much." Okay, not really like that. They didn't give me the deep voice anger. I live with a lot of anxiety, and I've always just kind of fought it, always just kind of pushed through it, always kind of whatever, until lately I've realized I can't do that. Hence, I'm here now. All right, so here's a couple housekeeping things. I have people who message me on the phone, and they tell me about the video, tell me how they like it, tell me how they don't like it, tell me lots of different things. There's like a handful of you that do that, and thank you. What I'd like is, Haley, this counts for you too. I would like you all to leave comments on the page too. Now, I have no idea why, but someone told me that makes the page more visible. I'm not sure if it does, but if it does, I'd like you to do it. I would still love if you want to message me, tell me, something's blurry, something's off, I make no sense, I talk too fast, any of that. I'll take that personally, but you can also leave it on there. Also, I have enough people watching this, but no one's hitting that little button thingy, subscribe. You don't have to. I'm not going to hold a pretend finger gun to your head, because that's about all I got, because, I don't have a real gun, and I haven't for a long time because I don't want one. All right, so anxiety, big thing I'm living with right now. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. You tell me what you would do. I've been talking about how my daughter and my grandson are supposed to be coming up from North Carolina to visit us next week. A week from today. She just messaged me. She can't come up. Car died. Issues. Lots of money to get it fixed. Can't afford it. I'm like, crap. Now, I love my daughter. Even when she doesn't love me, I love her. I love my grandson more. Nothing personal. She knows who she is. She knows that's how I roll. No, I love them both a lot. And I miss them, and I haven't seen them physically in a couple of years, and it's really killing me. And it hurts, but I'm doing it. So here's what she said. She's like, so if you want to come down, I would love for you to come down. You guys can have this much space. You can have whatever. Now, two problems with that. Well, three. Multiple. One is my wife doesn't have that much vacation time because she's having surgery later in the year, and she's trying to save up time so she can be out and not lose money. Got it. Second one, if I go down by myself or with my grandson, my other grandson, the stress on me would be a lot, and on my wife would be a lot because she'd be at home by herself for who knows how long, and that'd be a lot for her. Third, my anxiety is so high right now, doing this by myself or trying to figure this out by myself is a lot. Fourth, if I don't do it, I'm going to feel like crap. I'm going to feel horrible. I'm going to feel guilty. I hate every second of it, and I wish I didn't have to make a choice. So what would you do? What would you do? Would you go down there anyway and figure it out? Deal with the mental stress, deal with the anxiety, deal with all that, and just say, just push through. Just push through. Or would you stay home, maybe send them something special and try to be there on the phone or whatever else again? I talk to my grandson, I talk to my daughter through the phone, through FaceTime, through all the different things. But I still like to see them, physically see them. So that's a big stressor for me. If you know anything about me, or if you watched the show at least once, or you've listened to my podcast in the past, or you know who I am big on doing things for others, even at the detriment of myself. I have driven all over the country for my kids when they've needed me. I have flown down, I have gone down, I have done this, I have done that. I've given up a lot for my family, for my kids, for my wife, for my sisters, for my mother, for everybody. Anybody I can think of. Maybe not my father, but that's because he's never asked me to give up anything. So, Dad, if you need something, I'm here for you. I wouldn't take my kidney, but other than that, you're good. Now listen, I've always been one of those people. I do it for church. I do it for friends. I do it for people that aren't friends. I do it. I'll stop at the side of the street, and if I see a guy or a kid that needs help, I'll offer him something. Even if it's not money, I'll say, hey, do you need a ride somewhere? Do you need this? Do you need a phone number for somebody? Sometimes they just tell me to go away. They don't want to talk to me, and that's fine. Anyway, I'm one of those people. I wouldn't say a people pleaser because it's not. I feel like it's my job to help them. I'm not trying to make them happy. It's almost like it's part of who I am. Now, my daughter Vicky, okay, one in North Carolina. I'm trying to keep without all their names all the time, but Vicky is her name. Hi, Vicky, I love you. She's gone through a rough year and a half, and I really feel like this is important. My grandson has gone through a lot of crazy in the last year and a half. I feel like this is important, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to say no, but I also don't know how to say yes without hurting myself. My wife's going to tell me it's too much for me. She isn't home. Trust me, when she gets home, that's exactly what she's going to say. I love her. I know her that well. That's what she's going to do. But I still want to do it mentally. Physically, I don't think I can. Mentally, I don't think I can. I still want to do it. Anyway, so I'm probably not going to go, but I'm going to feel bad about it. Should I feel bad? Leave me your comments. Second thing, or third, I don't know what number I'm on. But anyway, another thing that brings me a lot of anxiety is I feel like if I can't live up to the standards that I gave pre-2012, pre-arm injury, shoulder injury, hip injury, foot, all that stupid that happened to me. If I can't live up to those standards, I feel like I'm a disappointment. Not to myself, but to my children, to my friends, to people in the street. I can't lift things like I used to. I hurt my arm a couple times, have had a bunch of surgeries. My bicep isn't attached like it used to be. It's a little wacky. Point is, I physically can't do some things, but when I can't do them, I feel bad about it. I beat myself up over it, and I live with the guilt of not being able to help other people in my life physically when I think I should be able to. That pisses me off. That angers me. That stresses me out. Grr, right? Another big thing I have a daughter, Morgan. I love you, Morgan. I think you actually watched this one. Morgan is not a legal child. Okay, I've never adopted Morgan. I've never stepped in and said, hey, Morgan, you're my child legally. But here's what I struggle with kids like Morgan. Not just Morgan, but Morgan's an example I can use, and I know I can get away with it because Morgan's feelings won't be hurt. When Morgan's mother or other people who are related to her are near her, I feel weird. Like, I don't know how to act around her and them. So I've always considered Morgan my daughter. Okay. Till death do us part. Okay. But when she's around her birth mother, when she's around her sister even and other people, I kind of feel like I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't step in. I shouldn't fulfill that. But I am. Her dad passed away, and her mom's her mom. But Lynn and I have been her mom and dad for a long time, and we've always loved her, even when we've had our disagreements and she's gone away for a while, but she's came back. I've always felt like we were her mom and dad, but I also feel like I can't push her because I'm not her real dad. I'm Tabitha's real dad. I adopted her. I'm Vicky's real dad if she likes it or not, because I adopted her. I'm Bobby Jean's real dad because I adopted her. I'm Josie, Joshua, Jeremiah's real dad, even when they don't like me because I made them with my wife. But there's a lot of other kids who are our kids who aren't our kids, who still have family. But at 2 a.m. and there's a crisis, these kids call us. They call me because my wife can't hear the phone. But my wife wakes up. Um, she just doesn't wake up with a phone. She wakes up when I start talking, and then we both deal with the stress at the same time. Here's the thing: how do I feel bad about calling them me their. I feel bad about calling myself their dad. Um, I feel bad saying, "Hey, Morgan, you're my kid," or Emmy, I'm there. I'm your dad whenever you need me. Um, April, I'm your dad whenever you need me. Selena, who's a new one. Uh, there's also old students of mine who I feel like I'm their dad or I can be their dad. One of them's named Ben. His dad's good. He's just, I feel like I've talked to him a lot of crazy stuff. There's another girl who lately, her and I talk a lot, and, she's gone through a lot of stupid, you know, and we got off on a really bad foot when I started teaching her, and I gave her some nicknames she didn't like, and, well, here's the thing, I still care about her. And I've had some comments to me about, well, that's creepy. You shouldn't be like that towards these people. And girls or guys, or just think I'm creepy. Um, One, get your whatever out of the gutter, okay? Um, any of my fellow students are kids that I've had in my life for years. Morgan's been part of my life since 2000. So 25 years. Okay. Actually, like 99, 2000. Yes, 2000. 25 years. She is my kid in my mind. But I feel guilty sometimes saying she's my kid. I have two other kiddos, 17 and now 13. Geez. And I got him at 4 and her is 3 days old. And I feel like I'm their dad. And when I do that out loud, sometimes I feel bad. Like, am I trying to replace their dad? No, because I am their dad. Am I trying to be better than their mother or their family? No, I am their family. My my old student, I keep saying fellow, my old students, a couple of them. Am I trying to be better than their parents? I already am. You know, I consider myself better because I show up. If they text me with saying, "Hey, I need a letter of recommendation to go to school," or "Hey, I'm going to service, what can I expect?" or "Hey, I have a final and I'm stressed out, talk me down," or "Hey, I'm in a relationship and I want it to be better, what can I do better?" or "Hey, my parents have had a midlife crisis, what do I do?" I answer them. I show up. And I've said this before, being a parent, being someone like that, 99.8% of it's showing up. It's being there. Being there, it's the same for being a teacher. It's the same for being a lot of things. You show up. If you show up, good things will happen. It's not, it's stupid to think that that's how easy it is. Um, my last video, I talked about I versus we. I said, we need to start thinking about all of us and not think about yourself. The best part about that is if you think about the we, you show up. You just show up. Hey, I'm here. I have told people before who have been in crisis, hey, I told my daughter Vicky today when she said she couldn't come up, I said, hey, I don't have any big wisdom words for you. I don't have anything cute or funny or uplifting to say. This sucks and I'm here. If y'all need something, Mom and I can answer our phones and we can talk. I'm sorry. I've told my students, I've told my kids, hey, I might not have magic words for you, but yeah, I'm here. And I don't know what to do, but I'm here. And that's that's the big challenge for all of us is, do we prioritize being there or something else? I didn't have to go to Haley and anyone else's graduation. I didn't have to go to um, a rockathon a year after I left teaching for kids to see me and to sing me, um, you know, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, Take Me Home, Country Road. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to stay up all night and do a virtual rockathon in the middle of COVID and have a lightsaber battle in my living room for my students. I didn't have to. I showed up. That's all it was. I didn't make any. I wasn't like, oh my God, I had this great plan. It was, I turned on my camera and said, okay, guys, I'm here. Let's go. And that's all it was. And that's my conundrum. For my kids, for my students, for my friends, for my people who aren't friends, for my church, I show up. I make an appearance. I do my best. I don't always do great, but I'm there. No one can ever say I don't show up. A lot of times I talk about my deployment that way, I wasn't the best soldier, but I was there. I showed up. Now, I did okay. I showed up. I was not G.I. Joe. Never pretended to be. But I did my best. And that's the thing. The last thing that really bugs me, stresses me out, angers me, frustrates me, is myself. So, have you ever gotten to your head so much that the dogs around you, the cats, or any animals around you, anybody around you just feels your stress and anxiety? Feels it, starts acting dumb, and then you get upset because they're acting stupid, and then you act worse, more stressed, which stresses them. It's so frustrating because I have 2 dogs. Well, my wife has one, I have one, but they're ours together, let's be honest. Lately, my stress has been so high. They've been barking more and more agitated and not as comfortable. And it's all in, and I feel like it's me. But the problem is, when they act up, I yell at them. I get more stressed. They get more stressed. They bark some more. Then I yell. It's a horrible cycle. So when this happens, I try to go into a smaller room where I can calm down and they can calm down. And it's great. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing normally, but it seems like it's getting worse and worse every day. And I don't know how to fix it. So I don't know what to do for that. I guess I survive. But that's what's going on today. So, here's my big question for y'all. Would you go to North Carolina? 1. 2. Should I feel guilty about calling my kids who aren't my kids, but I feel like they are my kids? Should I? Should I feel guilty? Should I say, I'm their dad, I do everything as a dad, I do more than their dads do? Should I be like, all proud? Or should I try a different way of communicating with them, not as dad? Now, I don't know how to do that, so if you leave me that comment, tell me what I'm supposed to do differently, because I have no idea. And the last thing is, how do you come to grips with yourself when you're super agitated, when you're angry at yourself, when you're frustrated with yourself, when you are beating yourself up over something? What do you do to fix it, come to grips with it, understand it, change it? What do you do? I'd love to hear that part. What do you do? Because I'll try almost anything, because all these 3 things literally are just, they're peeling away my layers of what's left of strength. Now, I start my I start my new medication tomorrow. Not sure how it's going to go, but I will let everyone know how I feel probably Monday of next week. I'll take it for 4 or 5 days, see how it looks. And maybe it'll help. Maybe my mind will become clear and I'll become one with the stress. And I'll become one with the anxiety and one with the force. Or it'll just be another Monday. Tomorrow I have some stressful stuff to do in the morning, but after that it should be okay. Today I drove a lot. Found some stuff out that I got to get fixed. But again, working on it. And I think I get more stressed when I have to drive and I'm tired and I have time to think in the car because I'm driving so long and that thinking actually turns worse. So again, how do you fight driving and not being stressed? That's another one. Let me know, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Subscribe, like, share, all that whatever stuff they say. I don't really know. I like that y'all are watching. It's kind of cool. Thank you for being cool. I'll talk to you tomorrow.